be honest, like I don't know who the best top laner is. I don't really care as well. I just feel like who is the better team, and that's just most important to me. Like you can be the best top laner on a losing team, nobody cares about you. But if you're, if you're winning, then you're winning. I feel like teamwork that's just the most important.
Winning is everything, and those were the words from the interviewee. So I kinda agree to a certain point, but guys, welcome back to the GCN Group Stages Day 2. We are now on Group B, moving on to Match 5, which is going to be an interesting scenario because it's going to be Kuala Lumpur Hunters, first seed of Malaysia, fighting up against Mega Esports, the second seed of Thailand. So guys, my name is Vulcan. With me is Crazy Apple. Thank you so much for joining us to our stream, and we hope that you're having a good time.
Yeah, and I really do hope that you guys are having a good time. For everyone right now watching in the Philippines, I hope you stay safe because I think it's still raining outside.
It is going to be a tough weather, but at the same time, for those who are watching, we would like to welcome our fellow sea regions, of course, Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia, and Singapore watching right now. If you are watching, let us know in the chat box, and it'd be great to, we're all here together.
Yeah.
We're all in the same region. We're here to determine, to see who is going to be the best one in the entire region and represent the Southeast Asia as a whole going into the world stage. So guys, coming in from our match 4, we did see quite throwback history of Kuala Lumpur Hunters. I love seeing Caspiel on his rec side. It takes me so back towards the GPL days. It's great to see it again here, and not to mention how are things gonna look for Mega Esports coming into this titan of a team, I wonder. But for the viewers returning right now, the standings on your screen.
Yeah, the standings right now, we see the top 2 teams of this group, Mega Esports and Kuala Lumpur Hunters, tied, both having 2 wins, while sadly Archangel is there at the bottom along with Bigatron Esports with 2 losses each. And that's why this game right now coming up is super interesting, because it's gonna be the 2 teams who haven't got a loss yet will be fighting it out, and we'll see who or which of these 2 teams will get their first loss.
Have you seen the standings? Yeah, I agree with you there. Man, 2-0-2-0, 0-2-0-2. At the end of the day, our last 2 matches will determine who's going to be ending day 1 of their group stages with a clean slate and who will take away at least 1 victory in our last match, in match 6 with Archangel versus Bigatron Esports. So now guys, I think we've stalled long enough for you guys, and I think you're more excited to see how things will pan out. As other casters would say, Evan, you would also say that we're going to actually say what's going to happen just from the drafting phase. Now, let's move on to it, guys. This is going to be match 5, starting things up here. It is going to be the drafting phase. Let's get straight to it. Kuala Lumpur Hunters on the blue side versus Mega Esports on the red side.
Yeah, and these 2 teams, we've seen that they've been using a lot in terms of what we've been seeing, in terms of what are the meta picks right now. We've seen a lot of Rise. We've seen also the Galio coming from Kuala Lumpur Hunters. So I'm expecting more of Kuala Lumpur Hunters focusing on what would be their strong jungle pick. While for Mega Esports, they'll be focusing more picking on what can Secret do in the mid lane. And right off the bat, we see that Kuala Lumpur Hunters did ban out that Morgana, while Mega Esports is banning out that Rakan.
So phase 1, starting things off with support bans. This Rakan has been banned out most of the times.
Yeah, and I think it's mostly due to his initiation power. And we've only seen Rakan, I believe, in Group A yesterday, while for this group, he's been banned all the time. And I think he's one of those supports that you don't really need a lot of health pots on him, because he does have that heal whenever he hits that Q.
And at the same time, an Aatrox ban, and for Kuala Lumpur Hunters, they've seen it before, they won't have it again. The Kindred jungle being banned out from Mega Esports from Highset. So, Aatrox ban, Rakan is being removed. I want to see Kuala Lumpur Hunters, they're on the blue side, they have priority. What will they ban out to close our phase 1?
Yeah, and so far, they really haven't been targeting a single player from Mega Esports in terms of the bans coming from Kuala Lumpur Hunters. We did see in the previous game that they were targeting the marksman, the ADC pool of, I believe, Bigatron Esports. So this is a more of a roundup of what are probably the strong picks that they're expecting from Mega Esports. We did see the Soraka pick earlier early on in the day from what the Jess. So we'll see what is the last ban for Mega Esports, and they do ban out that Tom Catch. A lot of heavy emphasis on the support pool of both teams.
There's the denial pick. You did say something about what the just Soraka looks like KLH are thinking. Alistar, Soraka, do we go for the passive heal? Do we go for the hard engage? Do we go for the sustain? Time is ticking. 9 seconds left on the timer. Kuala Lumpur Hunters, they're thinking. 5 seconds left. Is it going to be a denial pick, or will they treasure the engage more? Instead, we throw everything out the window. We don't care about that. We'll just take away the Nocturne.
Yeah, and Nocturne has been a high priority pick in this tournament right now. One of the strongest junglers we've been seeing, and with the Kindred ban from Kuala Lumpur Hunters, they just backed themselves one of the strongest junglers in this tournament.
And for Mega Esports, top lane Camille has been a thing so far. I think other teams treasure Camille more as a powerful split pusher to stay in lane rather than the jungle. We haven't seen jungle Camille that much, but we know that it's still out there. Maybe we'll see it as the game progresses. But looking at Mega Esports, they will be picking up the Braum.
Yeah, and with that Braum lock, and it just secures another form of disengagement, probably another strong bot lane champion in terms of pairing there, because he can really set up kills early on. And also at the same time, if this Camille will be going in the jungle, imagine the level 2 gank coming from Camille paired with that Braum.
I think if that's the case, if that's what you brought up, I think that kind of tingled one of our senses from our viewers out there. You want to see something like that. A level 2 gank with a Braum, that's scary. But for Kuala Lumpur Hunters, you know, we see it all the time, guys. We see the Swain open. Sometimes we always see the Pike open. We don't see many teams picking it off, but I hope maybe KLH will give us a good treat here. Time's ticking. Swain has been locked in. What will be your last pick for phase 1? And finally, we're going to get it what we're looking for. The Swain and the Pike, as I mentioned before.
Yeah, and I do love this pick coming from Kuala Lumpur Hunters. At the same time, it's kind of an expected pick right now coming from them because they did ban out that Shen, the Morgana as well, and there's no more Rakan on the field, and they're probably the only supports that are really, really good when paired with that Swain.
So, I think Swain with Pike, you were eyeing that moment. Not to mention the fact that if you see a Kindred, but this time it's banned up by KLH. That's a different story. We're not going to be delving there too much. Now, let's start with phase 2 with Mega Esports. Open things up here with a Galio ban.
I think it's a really good ban coming from Mega Esports. Since Kuala Lumpur Hunters did not prioritize picking that Galio up, they do have that Nocturne, and we've been always talking about how Nocturne is really good paired with probably a Galio and a Shen so that he could be protected while diving into the enemy team.
I mean, you see a Nocturne priority, you just ban out the Galio.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, it's also curious that Mega Esports did not pick that champion up, instead going for that Braum and that Kaisa last pick from their first round. So we'll see how will they try and defend these two champions that when they go in, it's really hard for them to get out of the fight.
I mean, I get it, man. I see it too. Camille, you were talking about this Galio comp. We've seen it too, split ends. Galio would have been a good pick, but for Mega Esports, I think they want to back more on Golden Feet's Kaisa. Braum is not that bad of a support.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Nocturne, the actual Fissure is right there, but if you're gonna rely on Braum the whole time, I think that's gonna be a bit tricky.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky though, but at the same time, Braum does provide a lot of CC. So if you can just
finally,
I like that ban. I like that.
Finally, I mean, you've seen it, guys. We've seen it. The Rise.
But
okay. Let me wrap up the Rise. I mean, we see it a lot in Thailand region. We see them using the Rise so well.
Yeah.
But Zoe, I think you want to touch on this pick.
Well, it is the first time that we've seen the Zoe being left open for Mega Esports. They do pick it up, and I think it was a really smart way for them to get this champion because they did ban out that Irelia for their last ban, and it left Kuala Lumpur Hunters thinking, should we ban the Zoe, which we haven't seen yet being used by Secret, or do we ban the Rise, which we saw previously destroying Archangel? So they chose the Rise, they gave away that Zoe, and right now Kuala Lumpur Hunters is answering back with that Jace pick, and
I don't think that's gonna be an Alistar. I mean, Swain, Pike, bot lane, we've been talking about it. Come on, we all know that. It's gonna be a Cannon top side, but now the real question is, Camille jungle, or is it gonna be a Camille top?
So far, yeah, time's ticking. We'll find out in the next 15 seconds. But let's talk about the Kuala Lumpur Hunters draft right now.
Go on.
They don't have a traditional marksman, so they don't really have a lot of strong late game damage. They need to snowball the game early on so that they can get to the point where they can just steamroll over Mega Esports lineup. But right now, we're seeing Camille Jungle for the first time in the whole tournament.
So we've talked about it before. I think you're the one who brushed it a bit. Just a slight brush, talking about the powerful gang that the Brahmin Camille has. And I won't be surprised if I see right after the blue buff, I think march straight towards the bot lane of Mega Esports. First seed of Malaysia versus the second seed of Thailand. What's at stake here? A clean slate ending day 2 of the GCM group stages. This will wrap things up. Phase 1 and Phase 2 showed us a lot of story. At the same time, I think you're more excited to see what's going to come up on Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, and I'm super excited also to see which of these two teams will come off of this day with a 3-0. Because whichever team will go for that 3-0 will be in a comfortable spot coming into day 4.
You know, it's going to be a trend from coming from day 1.
Yeah.
I mean, for those who are just joining us from day 2, day 1 ended with Ascension Gaming getting a 3-0.
Yeah.
If Mega Esports gets a 3-0, strongest region could be Thailand. Okay, who knows, guys? But before we go on to Summoner's Rift, talking about this draft, talking about the stakes of this match, you need to close your eyes here because we are talking about first seed of Malaysia, the heavy favorites of Group B. I mean, when we were talking about the GCM, when we were, Cassis was prepping, we talked about KLH. What are our honest thoughts of KLH? Straight to finals. And that's our opinion. But it's the fact that they perform really well. Constant representatives on their respective region from the GPL for the history. You would expect something like that.
Yeah, I think even at the start of the GPL, it has always been Kuala Lumpur Hunters representing Malaysia, especially in the international stage. And now again, they're doing it here. They're trying to get to a point where they represent Southeast Asia in Worlds.
So guys, on your screens right now, for the viewers just joining in, this was the summary of our draft. We are now moving on to match 5 of our GCN group stages day 2 with Kuala Lumpur Hunters on the blue side versus Mega Esports on the red side. So if you feel like you want to cheer for your favorite teams, hashtag KLH win or hashtag MG win, let us know in a YouTube chat, or if you're watching on Facebook Live, why don't you go ahead, but share this link or the stream with the hashtag Globe Conquerors Manila, hashtag with Globe Gaming, and of course, the reason behind everything here, hashtag Road to Worlds. We are ready to go to Summoner's Rift. Who's going to be the best seed region? We're going to find out now. So on to Game 5, guys. It's going to be Mega Esports versus KLH. If this goes to Mega Esports side, who knows? It's going to be bragging rights for the Thailand region who are watching right now. You must feel very proud. Same with the Malaysian squad of KLH, the favorites.
Yeah, and I think it's too early to say who is the best region coming up from this.
Of course,
but we
man.
can find out who is the best region
In
after
Group
the
B.
first set of round robin. So right now we see these two teams just having, again, a safe way of starting their level 1s. They're just looking around. Caspiel actually trying to scare away Mega Esports at this point.
Oh, what's this? Going for, they're not going to go for the full invade. They're just trying to smell out Caspiel in the brush here. That is a Nocturne. So we're going to be seeing also Heise on the red side.
Yeah, and right now these two teams are just checking each other out. I think
Not
Mega
stopping.
is looking to try and get a late ward, and whoa, they just got that ward right there.
Takes it down, but I think Shiro will plant another one there. Yes, they know what's up. And now, the reason why I said who's going to be the best is because I want to see people riled up, and it's more fun to know that when it comes to day 1, it's crucial. I mean, day 1, you start good, you would feel pretty good about yourself going into the second set of the double round robin, right? And seeing how Mega Esports and KLH, they can have that sweet stress relief is going to be important.
Yeah, exactly. And also, after this game, it would be a really good conversation to know who is the best region, as you were saying earlier. If Mega Esports does end the day with a 3-0, along with his sister team from Thailand, Ascension Gaming, also ending the first day of their round robins with a 3-0, it would just say that Thailand probably is the most developed region right now in Southeast Asia.
And we're going to be seeing here some summoner spell difference. Of course, you're on a swing, you want to get TP, but for Golden Fee, we're going to be seeing a heal. But bot lane looks pretty bloodthirsty, both running the Ignite. We're hearing pings, but sadly enough, it's going to be Heisey spotted by a ward, but they're going to be going for a trade-up here. Going on the turret, but we can see on the map. Eyes at the minimap, guys. You can see this Camille going for a red side invade.
Yeah, and right now Heise is going for this red buff. I believe he immediately pathted there, not even getting his blue buff, while Caspiel is still stuck on the blue buff side of his jungle.
I mean, they're going to go for trade-ups here. So, Caspiel, I don't think he will be there in time. The red buff will be going towards Heise. Going for a successful invade, and now planting more wards. Okay, you know that KLH likes to play around this starter, Caspiel.
Yeah, and we see actually that Mega Esports was pinging their jungle, and it probably Heise asking his team where Caspiel is, and that trade in the bot lane.
That was a good hook.
Yeah, that was a great hook.
But that was a better flash from what the Jets there. I mean, expanding the flash is okay. You don't want to give first blood.
Yeah, and of course, no one wants to give that first blood early on, but we see here trades happening all over the lanes.
You have to give the first blood, but you don't want to be the guy to give it. I mean, we're going to be seeing it, but you hate to be the guy to be the one giving the first blood. So, KLH here, we can see Caspiel in the Croc side, just as the pings of MG predicted. Crocs there, Caspiel is spotted out. Warlock does not have wards on his top side just yet.
Yeah, and Mega Esports has a great idea of where Caspiel is right now. They did put down that ward earlier on in the Pixel Brush in the top side river, so they do have an idea when Caspiel probably headed or pathed towards the red side jungle of Mega Esports. And we see where Heise is. He's staying far away from Caspiel right now.
The way that this game is progressing, it's more of a mind game. We were talking about a powerful level 2 gang, but you know what stopped that? That ward in the river at the start, while Heise was clearing the scuttle, spotted out, KLH immediately knew what to do.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, going back to this bot lane, earlier on we did see the Kaisa being used by Ozuraveki from Falun 400. So we know that he knows how to use this champion, and it was that Kaisa lane that was actually bullying the lane. And right now we see, even though it's a marksman that doesn't offer as much wave clear arguably as a Swain, he's still going toe to toe and just staying that lane in the middle.
Okay, we don't see any wards planted by MG. The river. There it comes. Appear going in for the stun. The stun connects onto the marksman. Gets pulled back by the hook. Here it comes. First blood. Let's go. Goes to KLH on the blue side. And now they won't stop there. You're going to go to Watchers as that's going to be a wrap up. Double kill.
Yeah, and a double kill going to Caspiel in the bot lane, taking down the Golden Feet and the Jess from Mega Esports. And that was just a great gang, a great set of stuns and hooks coming from Superior.
I mean, we wanted the Spike Swain bot lane. We've got it in. And we were talking about you hate to be the guy to give away the first blood. But it feels less bad if you're both wiped out at the same time. The guilt is shared.
I don't believe that it feels less bad since you're giving the kills both to that Nocturne, which if the Nocturne gets ahead, and we know Caspiel is a really, really good jungler, if he gets so ahead in this game, he can just pop almost anyone from Mega Esports. And I know from experience playing Zoe, it's one of the scariest things when the Nocturne gets on top of you.
And not to mention, kudos to Golden Feet too. He tried to do his best to survive it. Both summoner spells burned, but it's the fact that the hook by Superior was on point. Yes, pulls him back.
Yeah, it pulled him back right to the W from Ozuraveki of Swain. And man, that was just a great set of plays from Kuala Lumpur Hunters. If they miss any of those, they might not have even gotten a single kill.
I mean, you would want that to happen for your team, man. So looking at KLH, Great War being placed there, trying to deny some camps. Just gets away with one small chicken. Only 10 gold for Our probably wanted to get more, but at least they know where Heise is.
Yeah, and as we've seen from these two teams, they keep trying to track where the other jungler is, and there's some trading happening in the bot lane. Just some love taps on Golden Feet.
But Golden Feet still not backing out, still staying firmly in lane. They have that control work to have a bit of safety here. Heise for the steal. Let's go. Takes him in the blue buff, but he does not look scared. He does have the flash, gets away. Caspiel joining him with the fear. Slicing Maelstrom is here. And looks like our hedge will be happy to take away the Chaos Shock. That's going on to Warlock. Mega Gnar, is it going to happen? Mega Gnar, that won't be enough. Looks like he will have enough health to survive. Our hedge snipe. Oh, but Mega Gnar is in time. Trying to land a stun, does not connect. Warlock trying to go and push back our hedge against the turret. Trying to go back under his turret. Enough. Great job by Warlock to scare away our hedge.
When Warlock, it looks like he's about to get away, and he does. He does get away.
Lord.
Yeah, he is spotted, but at the same time, he does get away. It looked like he was about to die. Good job from Warlock right there, not giving away 2 kills in favor of Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
I like how Heise wanted to go for the blue buff steal, but 100 gold to 1, that's not going to be worth it, bro. So looks like he kind of went too deep in the side of KLH's blue side.
Yeah, and Superior again hitting those hooks.
What's the hitbox on that hook?
It's not that great. It's not that big.
Oh, it's just that good.
Yeah, Superior is just that good. Also rocking that pink chroma on the Pike skin.
Best skin, best color. So
Best
MG looks like Mega Esports at this point, they don't have the first bot yet, but note that they have this Kaiser rolling for them, and we've talked this before coming from day 1. We're gonna say it again for the peeps of day 2. Marksmen at this point are not that bad. They can go on online faster, but at the same time their late game is not as strong.
Yeah, and it's not before, if we remember, that Marksman was a given.
Those were the good days.
Yeah, those were the great days.
Great
but,
days.
But now we've been seeing a lot of different variations of the bot lane, but looks like Heise is looking for a gank and Shiro.
Warlock is not in Mega Gnar form, so he can't follow it up, but Heise does have the ultimatum. Shiro, does he have flash? Flash is on cooldown. He does have the ultimate. Going off cooldown for a while. It's a patient game here. He's not gonna wait. He goes in, locks him down, not getting anywhere. Shiro buying time with a Maelstrom, going for the stun. One more stack. Warlock. Great job by Mega Esports for that great gang.
Yeah, but at the same time, Kuala Lumpur Hunters trying to get something from the other side of the map. They're looking for this bot lane, but the respect coming from Mega Esports bot lane, just leaving that tower. But the question is, who will get the first turret?
Oh, looks like 4 members. That's going to be a given there. KLH will be taking away the first turret of the game, while Mega Esports will be trading things off in the top lane, outer turret.
Yeah, and right now Mega Esports is getting that first tier, second tier. Looks like
yet.
it's gonna take them a while though, but KLH with a very aggressive move here.
YSL for Walmart can take everything. 4 members still on top in the bot lane. Mega Esports want to match it, but looks like Mega Esports respond in time. They're still not yet backing up. KLH still standing ground in the bot lane.
This is gonna be so worth for KLH if they get this second tier bottom lane turret, and it looks like they're just about to get this.
Who needs a Rift Herald when you're 4-man strong in the bot side, while other members of Mega Esports were on the top side? This opens up the bot lane so much. I won't be surprised if they are trying to look things more. Maybe a Mountain, maybe a Rift Herald. Who knows?
Yeah, but it looks like they're just gonna go for the reset right now. RH is going to the mid lane, trying to clear the waves. Mega Esports is also trying to shove out that bot lane. They might just leave a bit of wards. You can see right here being observed by being seen by our observers right now. There's so many wards in the blue buff side jungle of Mega Esports, which shows what path Mega Esports right now is doing. They
know everything. You can see so much clear as they've paid their electric bills. So looks like KLH have eyes across the map. But for Mega Esports, I think they need to look for more here. I think they need to take at least this Rift Herald if they want to match it. But do they have what it takes to risk for it?
Yeah, if KLH did pay their electricity bill, would you say that if Nocturne uses ultimate, he's taking away the electricity of Mega Esports?
Well, that's why you have brownouts here in the Philippines. But now looks like KLH will be eyeing the Mountain Drake, trying to rush the game. So we were talking about how you can play around Caspiel's ultimate, right? The Paranoia.
Because I'm
the
thinking
typhoon.
right now, every time you have brownouts, you have blackouts here in the Philippines, it's just Nocturne using his ultimate.
Or Typhoons. Same thing. The Typhoon right now is KLH trying to snowball this game. I mean,
Yeah.
you know that Nocturne will be this champion that you gotta watch out for. To snowball. It's a champion that you don't want to be on top of.
Yeah, it's a champion that you don't want to be on top of, especially because he deals so much damage. But we'll see here what Mega Esports is trying to do. They want to spot Caspiel out right now.
Aha, they're trying to read the weather. Caspiel does not see it. Pitch black for them. And now Caspiel is like, how does it feel, huh? That's blackout for you. Shutdown goes to Golden Feet. And now Mega Esports going for the blue buff.
Yeah, and right there, Heise and What the Jazz were like, how do you do, Caspiel? We're gonna take your life, your blue buff, and right now they're transitioning that to the Rift Herald.
In a way, they have their makeshift paranoia in the case of not having wards on their side. But KLH still eyeing this Herald. They're trying to go for a contest. Hook. Landing, steal, not gonna happen. Superior just buying time. Will the other members of KLH respond? Vision of the Empire will be secure. No, it's not. They're a bit too late here, but they can try and deny the eye. It's not gonna happen. Flash in hook. Here comes the revenge. There's the stasis. Watch. It's gonna be on. That's gonna be an ultimatum. Trying to lock down Heise. Heise trying to get away there. With the ultimatum. Teleport coming in here. Shiro will join in. Superior again with the hook. Mega Esports, no casualties, but so many summoners burned. Make that 3 flashes and a heal. Gone for Mega Esports.
Yeah, but even though Mega Esports does pick up that Rift Herald, they do get away with their lives, but they're about to lose the first tier turret in the mid lane.
Revenge is sweet. Okay, you take me alive, I'll take away 3 flashes from you. Same with the heal. And also, we will take away the outer mid lane turret of Mega Esports.
Yeah, and those are the plays that we've been seeing these teams do. They try to get one objective and try to trade it back. The set of plays that Mega Esports did earlier on getting Caspiel, that's why they went for that Rift Herald immediately. But Kuala Lumpur Hunters just kept trying to challenge them. And I was actually wondering, what was Superior doing there? He was standing there for too long. And Mega Esports never tried to turn on him, which led to those year's events where Kuala Lumpur Hunters was given a lot of breathing room, a lot of time to be able to get the first tier turret in the mid lane.
I mean, you gotta talk about Mega Esports. I mean, I think a team going up against KLH, you would expect KLH to reel in the trap, snap it, and they will turn things around. We've seen this constantly around here, but oh, Heise trying to get away. Ignite is ticking, Superior is chasing, but that's gonna be it for, wait a minute, no. Superior. Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah, just a split second. If he did not have that Rift Herald buff, probably would have died to Superior.
But with that empowered recall will be more than enough for MG to survive. The thing is, I mean, we talked about Zoe being banned. Do we feel the Zoe right now? Not quite, but you're gonna feel it soon enough because when you look at KLH's lineup, you don't see a solid tank.
Yeah, and that's how Zoe would be super effective because she can just burst anyone from the Kuala Lumpur Hunters lineup. But I was thinking exactly when you were pointing out how we don't really feel the Zoe at this point. It's probably because Kuala Lumpur Hunters feels like they're the more proactive team. In the first 15 minutes of this game, they just kept trying to force the issue on Mega Esports. There was one time that Mega Esports was proactive and they did get the kill on Caspian.
And look at the CSY. Secret is not that far behind. He has 20 CS lead, but it's the fact that we're seeing RH having 1 kill. Because of this 400 gold or 300 gold difference, we're going to be seeing Goma's Ghost Blade already completed. So, not yet a completed item. And not to mention, for Secret, 1 more mobility gets the Sword Switch first.
Yeah, and I love these 2 junglers at this point. Their patience of just staying in the side lane rush, waiting for anyone that would try to defend the towers. And it looks like Mega Esports bot lane is trying to defend the top lane first tier turret.
What the chest stalling. Caspiel Superior has the luxury to just stay in the brush side. No wards on the side of Mega Esports. Same with MG in the bot side. This is good for MG. They are matching the aggression from KLH. You can see already members recalling. This will cost them the outer bot lane turret.
Yeah, and Ozoraveki was going to the top side. They were thinking of going for that dive. But when they saw the Rift Herald being summoned in the bot lane, they immediately backed away. Caspiel immediately recalling going to that bot lane right now.
But it's gonna be enough for KLH to still stand ground. Takes away the top lane, outer turret. Paranoia is coming in. Target is onto the Mega Gnar. Caspiel is stunned to the ground. Fleeing right there. That's the double Mega Gnar. Triple knockback by Warlock with the flash out.
Yeah, and great right there from Warlock, just pushing away 3 members of Kuala Lumpur Hunters, able to get away with his life, only expending his flash. But Mega Esports right now trying to get this first tier out mid lane turret.
Shiro used the flash it away, but Mega Esports not letting him escape. That's going to be the Vision of the Empire. That's going to be Warlock chipped out. He just used his flash before, does not have it up. Now KLH takes down the Gnar.
Yeah, and Shiro just surviving with the sliver of health, and Warlock, because he used his flash earlier, he did not have enough to escape. And when he went for that overchase, he paid for it with his life.
Oh man, I mean, he made a great play actually with the triple knockback with the Mega Gnar. And it's the fact that Warlock want to go for more. Right now, Mega Esports, they want to try and ease off the pressure on their shoulders here, because when you're nearing the 18-minute mark, the timer's gonna pop out. The purple worm, the Baron is gonna spawn soon. MG's trying their best to catch up in money.
Yeah, but at this point, I feel like it's anybody's game, because Mega Esports has their own tools to be able to force fights on Kuala Lumpur Hunters right now, and they also have their own tools to get these picks. But right now, this Scuttle Crab is a point of contention.
What a steal by R-Hedge with a shock blast there, denying that shrine, that Vision Shrine. But let's see how MG will react. Focus right now are the turrets.
Yeah, and Secret does get that outer tier turret in the mid lane, taking all the outer tier turrets from Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
And I think when it comes to MG, I mean, we're seeing it. We're seeing them trying to match the aggression of KLH here. I mean, kill score 4-2. It's still manageable. It's not that big. It's just 3,000. So, MG, what's important here is their team fight. How does it look when it comes to a Baron Pit? Imagine that.
Well, for a Baron Pit fight, it feels like Kuala Lumpur Hunters has a lot more tools, has a easier access to be able to force a fight on Mega Esports, because for Mega Esports to be able to force the fight, they need to get on top of certain Kuala Lumpur Hunter champions with the Hextech Ultimatum, and also probably a teleport flank on the Mega Gnar from Warlock. You can also get it with the bubble from Secret, but compared to Kuala Lumpur Hunters, what their lineup offers, they have that Nocturne Ultimate, they have that rushing in cannon at that point to be able to force fights. But also looking at the build though of Sheer right now, he is building for a more split push type for that cannon.
Oh man, looks like Shiro is going in for an ADC build that we haven't seen in a long time. And there, it's gonna work out well for them because they're just aiming to take down the turrets, while Mega will take away the Ocean Drake. Baron will spawn in 13 seconds here, and Mega with a successful defense for now. Here comes the next wave of minions. Can they do it again?
Yeah, and Kuala Lumpur Hunters chose to trade away control of the bot lane and that Ocean Drake for damage here in the top lane, but it looks like they're gonna be rewarded taking down the second tier turret in the top lane.
The inner one will be destroyed, makes it the 5th for KLH. They won't stop there. Shock Blast trying to make Golden Feet get away. Bubble is there. Great stasis bites the glacial going in. Secret with a great pickup there, forcing out a teleport from Warlock. Heise is coming in. Can they go for a lockdown with the ultimatum? They're still going for the hills. They're quite fast. Heise, can you go for anyone here? Our head, Shock Blast, trying to scare him away, slowing him down. Spot superior. Heise has flash. All the members of Mega Esports approaching the river. Oh, the scouting's out here.
I'm looking
for it.
if Mega is trying to force a fight, but it looks like they're just going for this Baron right now.
Caspiel has paranoia. This is gonna be a risky call. Teleport is coming in from the bot side. Shiro is here. There's the bubble. Where's the snipe? It's gonna be a hook for the deny. Here comes the paranoia. I can't see Caspiel not yet going in for the fight. Just to scare away the members of Mega Esports, enough for KLH to buy them time, slow stun the Baron, and make them fall back.
And that was a very undecided series of events from both teams. It looked like Kuala Lumpur Hunters was also waiting for Mega Esports to force the fight on them. There were multiple moments where I thought Mega Esports was trying also to go in, but Mega Esports chose to just try and proc that Baron, which I thought was a very risky call for them. And they do back away from that. And now we're just going back to a sense of no equilibrium, just going back to resetting from these teams.
It's fine. Baron is not there. It's gonna be a fact that MG and KLH just playing the tease game, mind game that, okay, we're gonna go Baron, try and stop us. Okay, we'll stop you, but next time it's our turn. They're gonna take turns. It's a matter of who makes that mistake.
Yeah.
We're gonna be seeing it, but you hate to be that guy to make the mistake.
Yeah, exactly. But it already felt like that Kuala Lumpur Hunters was making that mistake, and it also looked like the Mega Esports was just waiting for Shiro to use his teleport and force that cooldown. It's why if Shiro right now is stuck in the side lane, probably the bot lane with Warlock, he doesn't have that TP to be able to help his team if ever a fight the Baron breaks out.
And looking at the KDAs and items, double dust played in the hands of KLH onto Caspiel and our hedge. Mountain Drake is not yet on the timer. It's not going to spawn anytime soon, but right now, let's get it to the dreadful Baron dance here we're seeing here, because we're seeing KLH focusing on the mid lane, pushing out the waves, Mega responding in. There's going to be a tight Baron dance we're seeing here.
Yeah, and it will just be vision control for both teams. Kuala Lumpur Hunters, I feel like they just want to bait in Mega Esports right now because they don't want this game to reach the 35 to 40 minute mark, because at that point Mega Esports can just outscale them. It is far ways off though at this point, and Mega Esports can just keep on defending, just biding their time. But looks like they're gonna force a fight here in the top lane.
Gets baited directly onto the Zoe, trying to get away. He has the speed, but Heise gets pulled back. He does splash away. Members of KLH still chasing him down. It's gonna be Becky taking him down, but it's gonna be Secret trading it up with Caspia's life. Meanwhile, in the bot lane side, Warlock will be using the flash to get over the wall. Not gonna let him die just yet.
Yeah, and two fights happening in the opposite ends of the map, but both junglers fall down from each team, which I feel like is worth for them, but Superior just using his ultimate, probably trying to clear out that wave.
And now trying to buy some time, Superior gets away. Mega knocking on the doors here. They're gonna try and wreck this turret, but that's not gonna be enough waves. Mega going for a reset. Do I see teleports up? No. Looks like KLH cannot go for exit kills.
Yeah, but KLH trying to trade aggression in the mid lane. They saw 4 members of Mega Esports going there, but our hedge is in the top lane shoving that lane, which gives him lane priority in the side lanes.
So you're talking about MG standing their ground, but the gold lead is still at 5k. Before it was just 3,000, not that much of a difference, but it's the fact that you're seeing these turrets in the hands of KLH. Not to mention, on your screens, the gold scores.
Yeah, and the gold scores right now, we do see an almost 5,000 gold lead, about a 4,500 gold lead for Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and it's mostly centered around Caspiel. Again, he is the driving force for Kuala Lumpur Hunters. We see that he's always standing at the wings whenever they are at the side lane. He tries to jump at one of the squishy members of Mega Esports, but they also know that now. They have learned their lesson in terms of the other teams jumping on every opportunity that they saw that they are initiating on, and they always are being tried to be counter-initiated. So they also plan ahead if they can back off. That's why we saw that series event in the top lane. Yeah, Caspiel goes down, but Heise goes down as well.
Man, you talked about the fact that you hate to be the Zoe to be piled up against the Nocturne. We saw it before in the top side. Caspiel can do it again. He does have the Dust Blade. KLH scanning the Tribush there. They know they don't have vision. Isaiah, are you going to go for the face check? Aha, going to go for the recall instead. They don't have vision to see that far into the map, so we'll let him recall in peace.
Yeah, and we see the heavy respects of these two teams other games we've seen earlier, it feels reckless now if you think about it when comparing to what Kuala Lumpur Hunters and Mega Esports is doing right now. Their aggression is more tempered, but looks like Mega Esports spotted this dragon take
Oh,
from
wow.
Shiro.
Great contest from Mega Esports. But can they take it away? Oh, that was very close. Short of 33 HP. Looks like Mega Esports will take away the Mountain Drake. But now, Superior left alone there. Paranoia, who's he gonna go to? It's gonna go to Heise. Buy some time with the ultimatum. He's still alive. It's brought back with the blast cone, leaving behind the members of Mega Esports to deal with the rest of KLH. Red side is a bloodbath, and KLH are just falling one by one, flashing directly towards Golden Feet, and they are pushing away the members of KLH. Mega Esports are now marching to the Baron. 3 members were wiped out.
Yeah, it looks like this is gonna be Baron for Mega Esports. Shiro has destroyed that bot lane inhibitor turret, and we see in the split screen right here, he's trying to take down Warlock. If he takes down Warlock, they might be able to trade for an inhibitor, but this is surely the Baron for Mega Esports.
Baron and Power recall. Let's go. Will they be in time to save the inhibitor? It's gonna be a tight game. They have lost the inhibitor, but it's okay. We took the Baron, and we also took Shiro down.
Yeah, it is a delayed ace for Mega Esports, but in the end, I think it's gonna be worth for Shiro and Kuala Lumpur Hunters that they did take down that inhibitor, that bot lane inhibitor, which buys them at least some breathing room that one of the side lane won't be pushing against it. And I do believe that we're gonna have a replay of what transpired to how Mega Esports got that Baron. So we see right here, it's actually KLH initiating this fight, and what we've been seeing in this tournament is a lot of the teams that are initiating the fights usually lose out in the end because the other team knows that you're there. They expect that you're gonna go whenever we make a mistake. And I felt like Mega Esports right there was baited out Kuala Lumpur Hunters. They showed their faces in that rush.
I think in that red side, they were too focused on taking down Heise to a point that they've used everything. He got over the wall. Fisher was there to just slow him down, but man, in the end, KLH, what's happening here? Second seed of Thailand, will they end with a clean score of 3-0? Let's see, KLH. They need to try and defend it, but it's hard when you do have the Baron buff in the hands of MG.
Yeah, but even though Mega Esports looks like they're in the driver's seat right now, they do have that Baron, they're ahead in the kill score, but they're still behind on that tower count. So if they can't even that out, they'll be ahead in gold.
They not just in the driver's seat, they just carjacked KLH and taking out their own car, and now they're trying to take down the inhibitors. They've just took down the turret. Inhibitor is exposed. What's happening here? Warlock is mad. He's gonna go to Meganar. Timing is there, but what a great hook from that pipe. You're gonna love that. Paranoia in, and now Ultimatum buys time. Guardian Angel doesn't pop. Caspiel comes back from the dead. It's gonna be that Meganar. What a pin! What a stun! It's Mega pushing back KLH. Golden Feet, Killer Instinct. There's my stopwatch. It's time. KLH, they're trying to buy time. Instead, can they delay it in time? Becky is still alive. Will go to sleep. And Mega Esports wrapping it up. But Orhedge, you need to clean things up. Quadro, can it happen? No, they don't care about Orhedge. We just see the Nexus. Shiro is alive. He does not have ultimate. The Nexus is exposed. Mega Esports wrapping up match 5.
Yeah, and congratulations to the second seed of Thailand, finishing 3-0 in the first day of the Group B group stages. And wow, that was just suddenly a fast-paced game. It felt so super slow at like the first 20 minutes. Then immediately when Mega Esports got that lead, got, as you said, carjacked the driver's seat from Kuala Lumpur Hunters, they just drove towards the base Kuala Lumpur Hunters. It was a fight forced by Kuala Lumpur Hunters though. They tried to pick out Caspiel because he was super low, but the timely usage of the Hextech Ultimatum, he was able to use that invincibility frame, and they were able to immediately burst down Caspiel, which procced his Guardian Angel. And Superior was also trying to get Caspiel in the end, but Mike Warlock on that Meganar suddenly getting that Meganar and just using his ultimate takes down 2 members of Kuala Lumpur
Oh
Hunters.
man, you gotta love that stun, the pile up, the set. And now Mega Esports will be happy with the results of day 2 of our GCN group stages, but the first day for Group B. So I think they're feeling high spirits. They will end the day on a good note. And I wonder if it's going to be happy for Thailand Peace out there watching right now.
Yeah.
Looks like Mega Esports will be winning. But for KLH fans out there, you saw KLH having a great show match, a great showcase of their skills, and also try to stand their grounds. One small mistake led to another, but don't fret. We still have the second day for the group stages of Group B.
Yeah.
It's a double round robin.
Yeah, and we do have the last match of the day as well, seeing as it's going to be Bigatron Esports versus Archangel. Both of these teams haven't gotten any wins yet in their group, so one of these teams will leave the rift with at least one win.
So we'll be seeing that after a short break. Coming up next, it's going to be Bigatron Esports versus Archangel. So thank you so much for watching the GCN Group Stages Day 2. We have been the Shoutcasters. My name is Vulcan. With me was Crazy Apple. We thank you everyone in Southeast Asia for supporting our English stream. And of course, I want to see you guys after a short break. I want to see you there. Stay tuned. The stun connects onto the marksman, gets pulled back by the hook. Here it comes, first blood, let's go! Goes to KLH on the blue side, and now they won't stop there. Gonna go to Watchers, as that's gonna be a wrap-up. Double kill.
Yeah, and a double kill.
They're a bit too late here, but they can try and deny the eye. It's not gonna happen. Flash in hook. Here comes the revenge. There's the stasis. Watch. It's gonna be on. That's gonna be an ultimatum. Trying to lock down Heise. Heise trying to get away there. Food the ultimatum. Teleport coming in here. Shiro will join in. Superior again with the hook. Mega Esports. No casualties, but so many summoners burned. Make that 3 flashes and a heal. Gone from Mega Esports.
Yeah, but even though Mega Esports does pick up that Rift Herald, they do get away with their lives, but they're about to lose the first tier turret in the mid lane.
Revenge is sweet. Okay, you take me alive, I'll take away directly onto the Zoe, trying to get away. He has the speed, but Heise gets pulled back. He does splash away. Members of KLH still chasing him down. It's gonna be Becky taking him down, but it's gonna be Secret trading it up with Caspia's life. Meanwhile, in the bot lane side, Warlock will be using the flash to get over the wall. Alone there. Paranoia, who's he gonna go to? It's gonna go to Heise. Buy some time with the ultimatum. He's still alive. It's brought back with the blast go, leaving behind the members of Mega Esports to deal with the rest of KLH. Red side is a bloodbath, and KLH are just falling one by one, flashing directly towards Golden Feet. Oh, they're trying to take down the inhibitors. They've just put down the turret. Inhibitor is exposed. What's happening here? Warlock is mad. He's gonna go to Meganar. Timing is there, but what a great hook from that pipe. You're gonna love that. Paranoia in. And now, ultimatum buys time. Guardian Angel doesn't pop. Caspiel comes back from the dead. It's gonna be that Meganar. What a pin. What a stun. It's Mega pushing back KLH. Golden Feet, Killer Instinct. There's my stopwatch. It's time. KLH, they're trying to buy time. Instead, can they delay it in time? Becky is still alive. Will go to sleep. And Mega Esports wrapping it up. But RH, you need to clean things up. Quadro, can it happen? No. They don't care about RH. We just see the Nexus. Shiro is alive. He does not have ultimate. The Nexus is exposed. Mega Esports wrapping up match 5.
Yeah, and congratulations to the second seed of Thailand.